Like I said, this is in the headlines the world over. If you read the reports on this case, especially in the Western press, the impression you'll get is this. The BJP-led government in India has launched an investigation into Amnesty. What these reports will not tell you is that Amnesty has had a troubled relationship with every kind of government in India. Both under the BJP and the Congress, this group, this organization has been subjected to scrutiny and investigation. And this is not the first time that it has had to shut shop in India. Our next report tells you more.
There are NGOs often funded from the United States and the Scandinavian countries which are not fully appreciative of the development challenges that our country faces. Dr. Manmohan Singh made this statement in 2012. He was then the Prime Minister of India. His government was battling protests against the Kudankulam nuclear power plant in Tamil Nadu. And his words could have been for Amnesty, because Amnesty, alongside a few other organizations, was involved with the campaigners in Tamil Nadu. In 2012, the then Union Minister V. Narayanasamy said these protesters had received more than 55 crore rupees from foreign sources. His statement came after a special Home Ministry team investigated 3 local NGOs. Amnesty wasn't one of them, but the organization remained in hot water. 2 years later, in February 2014, the government froze Amnesty India's funding. It was barred from receiving nearly $500,000 from its parent organization. Allegedly, a part of this payment was traced to an offshore trust, set up by a gambling tycoon convicted of fraud in the US. 6 years later, Amnesty India says its accounts have been frozen. Its funding is in question, so it has halted its India operations. Again, this is not a first. In 2009, Amnesty had to close its offices in India. It was denied permission under the same FCRA, or the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. Amnesty somehow made a comeback, but it faced more scrutiny. Not just from the central government, but even a state government. In 2016, the Karnataka government, under the Congress, filed a case of sedition against Amnesty. This was over an event on the situation in Jammu and Kashmir in Bengaluru. The matter went to court. 3 years later, a local judge closed the case. Amnesty was found not guilty. But the story of its troubles doesn't end there. Amnesty has had some strange bedfellows. In 2010, it was revealed that Amnesty is actively collaborating with Muazzam Beg, a former Guantanamo Bay detainee often described as Britain's most famous supporter of the Taliban. Geeta Sehgal, the great niece of former Indian Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, used to work for Amnesty back then. Sehgal questioned the collaboration with Beg. That criticism led to her exit from Amnesty. Amnesty's offshoot in India has been controversy's favourite child, irrespective of which government has been in power. Will Amnesty make a comeback in India? It is difficult to say, but even if it does, it may not be smooth sailing. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
Thank you for watching Gravitas on WION's YouTube channel. If you want to stay up to date with what's happening around the world, then subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share. Thank you very much for watching WION, World is One.